ए मन मेरया आवा गौन संसार है, अंत सच निबेड़ा राम। आपे सच्चा बख्श लए, फिर होए न फेरा राम। हुक्मनामा SGGS पेज 571 to 572, अंग 571 572, वडहंस महला तीजा, वडहंस महला थर्ड। ए मन मेरे आवा गौन संसार है, अंत सच निबेड़ा राम। आपे सच्चा बख्श लए, फिर होए न फेरा राम। फिर होए न फेरा, अंत सच निबेड़ा, गुरमुख मिले वडियाई। साचे रंग राते सहजे माते, सहजे रहे समाई। सच्चा मन भाया सच वसाया, शब्द रते अंत निबेरा। नानक नाम रते से सच समाने, बौर न भवजल फेरा। वडहंस महला थर्ड। In this Shabad, Guruji comments on the transitory nature of this world, which is subject to continuous births and deaths or transmigration of soul. He tells us what is the reason behind this and what is the way to end this cycle of pains of births and deaths. Addressing his own mind and indirectly us, Guruji says, "O my mind, the worldly attachment keeps a person going through the process of coming and going in and out of this world. Ultimately, by getting attached to the true God, one is liberated from this cycle. Whom the true God himself forgives, that person is not made to go through the worldly round again. Yes, ultimately, upon getting attached to the true God, one is liberated, and by Guru's grace, one is blessed with honor. Such persons who are imbued with the love of true God, they are imperceptibly intoxicated with his love, and imperceptibly they remain absorbed in him. To their minds, the true God becomes pleasing. They enshrine that truth in their minds, and being imbued with the true word of the Guru, ultimately they are emancipated. In short, O Nanak, they who are imbued with the love of the true name, they merge in the true God, and then there is no more round of birth and death for them in this dreadful worldly ocean." Para 1. माया मोह सब बरल है, दूजे पाए खुआई राम। माता पिता सब हेत हैं, हेते पलचाई राम। हेते पलचाई पूर्व कमाई, मेट न सकै कोई। जिन शिष्ट साजी सो कर वेखै, तिस जेवड़ अवर न कोई। मनमुख अंधा तप तप खपै, बिन शब्द शांत न आई। नानक बिन नावे सब कोई पुल्ला, माया मोह खुआई. Next, commenting upon the worldly attachments, Guruji says, "O my mind, all worldly attachment is a kind of madness, which strays the world by alluring it to the love of the other relatives and possessions instead of God. Even all such relationships as that of mother or father are a form of false attachment, and this world is trapped in this false attachment. But all this entrapment in the attachments of the relatives is a consequence of their actions in the past, which nobody can erase. He who has created this universe, having created it, he is watching it. There is no one as great as him who can challenge his decisions. Therefore, consumed by the inner fire, a blind, conceited person suffers again and again and cannot obtain any peace without the Guru's advice. In short, O Nanak, without meditating on God's name, everybody has gone astray and is strayed from the right path due to worldly attachments." Para 2. "ए जग जलता देख कै, भज पै हर सरनाई राम। अरदास करी गुर पूरे आगे, रख ले वो दे वडाई राम। रख ले वो सरनाई, हर नाम वढाई। तुझे वड़े और न दाता, सेवा लागे सेवड़ पागे, जुग जुग एको जाता। जत सत संजम कर्म कमावै, बिन गुरगत नहीं पाई। नानक तिसनो सौद बुझाए, जो जाए पवै हर सरनाई। Seeing the entire world in a way burning in the pains and sufferings of false worldly attachments, Guruji tells us, what should we do? He says, seeing the world burning like this in false greed and attachments, those who hasten to the shelter of God prayed before the perfect Guru and said, O Guru, please save us and bless us with the honor of meditating on the name. Yes, please save us and give us the glory of God's name, because there is no other benefactor like you. In this way, they who got engaged in the service of the Guru and started living as per his advice became fortunate and realized that ages after ages there has been only one God. But the one who keeps doing the ritualistic deeds of observing celibacy, charities, or self-discipline without the guidance of the Guru, that one doesn't obtain high spiritual state of salvation. However, O Nanak, the one who goes and takes the shelter of God, him the Guru helps to realize the word of God's name. Para 3. जो हरमत देसा उपजै हरमत न काई राम, अंतर बाहर एक तू आपे दे बुझाई राम। आपे दे बुझाई अवर न भाई, गुरमुख हर रस चाखिया। दर साचे सदा है साचा, साचे शब्द सुभाखिया। घर में निज घर पाया, सतगुर दे वडाई। नानक जो नाम रते सेई मल पायन, मत परवान सच साई। घर में निज कर पाया, सतगुर दे वडाई। नानक जो नाम रते सेई महल पायन, मत परवान सच साई। Guruji concludes this Shabad by once again stressing upon the importance of God's hand and control in all matters, including the kind of good or bad intellect a person has. He says, O my friends, whatever intellect God gives a person, that kind of intellect comes forth out of that one, because there is no other intellect in any person. O God, both within and without, it is you alone, and you yourself make a person understand this. Yes, when you yourself make a person realize the truth, then no other advice seems pleasing to that person, and through the Guru, that person tastes God's nectar. In the court of the true God, such a person is always adjudged as true or honorable, and through the true word utters the beauteous word or name of God. The true Guru grants glory, and one finds the home of God in one's own home of the mind. In short, O Nanak, only those who are imbued with the love of God's name obtain to the mention of God, and their intellect through which they meditate on God's name is approved in his court. 4-6. The message of this Shabad is that attachment with worldly riches and power is a kind of madness and is the cause of our continuous cycles of birth and death. It is only by meditating on the true name that this cycle is broken and we get emancipation. But in order to obtain this name, we should seek the guidance of the Guru, and through the Guru seek the grace of God to grant us the gift of his name, which would lead us to his mention where there is permanent bliss and no more cycles of birth or death. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. SGGS page 571-572.